G'day, guys, and welcome to Raging Rhino. It's time for episode 4 of season 3 of The Bad Batch. Now, as predicted, we're getting a lot of close attachments to the sequel trilogy.
Man, it's connecting into the sequels.
With Project Necromancer and everything that's going on with the cloning that they're doing. Obviously, we've got some attachments through The Mandalorian, but I really feel like they're using these shows and everything to try and help the sequels make a lot more sense. And I really feel like it's going to fall flat. But obviously, with the first 3 episodes that we got, I felt like they were very underwhelming. There wasn't a lot there that you could really take from it. Obviously, they're just trying to get Omega out. Omega and Crosshair get out in the end, and that's pretty much it. There's not really too much more to it than that. Obviously, there's a lot of episodes this season, so we're going straight into episode 4 now. And as predicted as well, Omega is the key to everything. Her blood is the key. Now, especially with the cloning stuff that they're doing and obviously trying to add midichlorians to the clones or whatever it is that they're actually trying to do, you got to think that this is between episodes 3 and 4. And then you've got to think of what they're actually doing moving forward with The Mandalorian and, of course, Project Necromancer and all of that stuff that they've been doing and how they were obviously trying to get Grogu to be a part of that project as well, or needing Grogu's blood, or whatever it is that they're actually trying to do. So I really feel like a lot of this is going to fall flat. There's nothing that they can do to redeem Luke Skywalker. There's nothing that they can do to have Palpatine coming back make sense. Not in my opinion anyway. Anyway, let's get straight into this episode. If you are new here, you get to see my reactions as I go through the episode, and then you get my thoughts and my review at the very end. So let's get straight into this episode. A different approach. Now, you got to think that they're dead, right? Ship's exploded. Of course not. Coming from space into atmosphere and then crash landing like that with no controls? Not even a flesh wound.
We need to get the nav reader online to extract the coordinates to Tantus for when we go back.
We're not going back.
Why does Omega...
other prisoners behind?
The Empire is going to be so
suspicious that all the samples you've taken from Omega never yielded results. Yet one tested by Emery indicated a positive M-count transfer.
Hang on a second. He just mentioned that it's surprising that none of the samples that she took from Omega ever counted, ever got a positive result with the M-count transfer. And didn't she just discard them and destroy all the records? So for, 150 days or something like that Omega's been there. She's been getting blood taken every day for 150 days. And this hasn't risen up any suspicion until now, until she escapes. And obviously they've tested and it gets a positive reading. This is the thing with the storytelling at the moment, with what they're trying to do, is that they're trying to retroactively make the sequels make sense. But in doing so, a lot of their storytelling moving forward with this stuff isn't really adding up. Like, come on, honestly, are we really going to just sit there and use our headcanon to say, maybe something like this happened? We saw Nala Se destroying the records, deleting the records of Omega's blood even being put in there, and discarding the blood. It blows my mind. It destroys my suspension of disbelief that any of this could be real or be part of the overall story. It's just me. It's just when I'm viewing this is the way I am when I'm viewing this, especially when it comes to Star Wars. That piece of dialogue that he just gave makes no sense whatsoever. I do find it funny too that I don't think it was Nala Se that wanted, this is from season 2, I don't think it was Nala Se that said that she wanted Omega, and then if she gets Omega or anything like that, she'll help with this project. I think it was the Prime Minister of Kamino, who was, in a cell or whatever, and he gave Hemlock the information about how she'll do what you want if you get her Omega. And then she ends up at this facility, and for 150 days, she's the key to everything. Nala Se clearly knows that, and did nothing about it for ages, okay. Again, my suspension of disbelief thinking that any of this is real or what these people are thinking or doing makes any sense is really stretched. Like, Nala Se told her where to get her data pad from so that she could escape Tantus, escape the facility. Why didn't she do that 100 days ago? If Omega's life and the fact that they keep drawing her blood is so much of a risk, which we got told by Nala Se in one of those first 3 episodes, I can't remember exactly which one, it would have been either the first or the third. But why didn't she help her escape earlier if Omega's in, mortal danger if she stays and they eventually test her blood and it gets a positive reading?
Don't listen to him.
Oh my God, this is so childish.
I'll have to figure out something else.
Wait! We can't walk around like this. We'll draw too much attention.
You're the one who wanted to bring the hound.
And again, that bit of dialogue that you just saw in there, like, oh my God. Crosshair goes to just walk out. We've got to find another way. Omega's the one that then says, we can't just keep going around like this. We're going to draw too much attention to ourselves. And what? Crosshair thinks she's talking about the dog? Not maybe the clothes that they're in or the fact that he looks like a clone? It's just beyond me. Absolutely beyond me. And then obviously they take the clothes off the rack to change clothes, because that's what I assumed Omega was talking about. But again, Crosshair's not smart enough to think about all of this. Omega's got to be the key to everything. God damn it.
See? Isn't this better?
No.
Yeah, and you still got the dog. The Crosshair thought that that's what you meant.
I can take out at least half before they know what's happening.
Or we could try a way that doesn't involve Blastify.
Oh, Omega with another amazing solution.
Watch and learn.
Oh, let's get some new chain codes.
I can hardly wait.
Oh my God. Watch and learn, Crosshair.
Hello. We'd like...
Again, oh my God. I can't believe I'm this far into it. All into it, and I'm pausing it this much. Crosshair's the one with the experience. He should be the one coming up with the ideas and the plans as opposed to just running in and blasting and this sort of... oh, man. Beyond me.
On the next shuttle, please.
Omega's the solution.
Right.
Chain codes is another ridiculous Disney additive.
Problem for us.
Are you insinuating that I should take a bribe?
If that's what you want to call it.
Have you got credits, Omega?
I did.
Yeah, I'd be shaking my head too, Crosshair. Oh, that didn't look suspicious at all.
Make some fast credits.
Do you now?
Of course you do.
Of course she does.
And bet with what? We don't have anything.
They don't know that.
Oh my God. Talking about not drawing too much attention to yourself. A kid gambling, that's a good message, isn't it?
I insist.
Oh my fucking God. She didn't lose a game.
Gambling's illegal in these parts.
What?
The law's the law. Now all you got to do is pay the fine, and I'll be on my way.
Stupid. She won 45,000 credits and didn't start with a cent.
You looking for that hound?
You know where she went?
Sure do. But the answer's going to cost you 10,000 credits.
I'm getting...
But that's my final offer.
Of course it was going to end up being 5. There's still got 30,000 left. Perfect amount. So he didn't even take the fucking dog. Ah, this The show is stupid.
Omega.
If you want to go, then go. I'll find my own way.
She'll just gamble her way out of there again with nothing. She started with nothing. Oh, God. It's a velociraptor. Dinosaurs.
No license means a hefty fine.
Oh, my God.
How much this time?
So Crosshair was right. You should have just got out of there and the hound off.
Fine.
Gonna unlock them all. So they didn't even need the credits in the end. They're just gonna steal a ship. Another Imperial ship. The Velociraptor. We can start babysitting you again. Yay!
Never stops.
So where the episode ends. Yep. Well, there you go. I think my reactions throughout that episode say it all. It was just full of conveniences, and Omega is just the masterful master of absolutely everything. She's the key to everything. She just does everything, and it's absolutely amazing. I don't know what people are thinking when they say this is gritty or dark. I don't really understand all of that. Of course, we've got dinosaurs in cages, animals in cages. Omega, oh, man, I just don't even know what to say about this episode. To basically get back to Hunter and Wrecker, I guess it's fine. At least they sped it up, right? So now they're finally together. And the crazy thing is where the hell is Echo throughout all of this? I thought he was back with the Bad Batch, or is he off with Rex doing something? I can't remember the end of season 2 in regards to what happens with him. Obviously, Tech is dead. Well, no one's ever really gone in Disney Star Wars. Surely Tech's coming back somewhere along the line. But just full of conveniences. And then the whole thing about them having to get the credits to basically get onto a ship without their chain codes was completely unnecessary in the end. And in all honesty, instead of shooting the place up and, making themselves more known and, instead of being stealthy and undercover and everything, Crosshair in this scene was completely right. The dog, just get to the port, pay the 30,000 credits, get you two out of there, and whatever. But of course, Omega's got to go and save all the animals, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. They use another Imperial ship to get out of there and meet up with the other guys. That's it. That's the extent of the episode. Now, again, I know these episodes are reasonably short. They're roughly, about 25 minutes long, something like that. And there's a lot of episodes still to come. You got to think, through season 1 and season 2, there were a lot of filler episodes in there. I wouldn't necessarily say this is filler, though. There'd probably be a lot of people out there that would disagree with me. This is them obviously still getting away from Tantus. It's taken a while, but they've got to show the evolution of the escape, basically, and now they're back together. Who knows where the story goes from here? They've basically just got to get out of there, and they're being tracked by Hemlock. That's it. That's it. Can't believe they had her gambling. She starts with nothing, and she, like I said, she mustn't have lost a game. She ends up with what? In total, she goes from 0 to 45,000 credits. Pays a fine to that Imperial dude because gambling is illegal in these parts. So she pays a $10,000 fine. The kid, says that, you're looking for your dog, you're looking for your pup, the hound. And then says, you got to pay a fee or a fine or something for me to give you the information or tell you where he is. So he starts off by saying 10,000. And then he goes down to 5,000. Of course, the exact amount, perfectly enough, so they get the 30,000 credits so they can pay off the person so they don't have to show the chain codes. And the dude didn't even take the dog or didn't even have the dog. He got his 5,000 credits and said, yeah, the Imperial guy took him that way. See ya. Thanks for the 5,000 credits. How stupid. I would have just grabbed him, taken my credits back off him and goes, thanks. I thought you had him. Get the out of here. And the fact that Crosshair is a bitch. He is bitched out. Probably the best character out of all the Bad Batch characters, and they bitch him. They bench him. Right up until Omega says, all right, now we'll do it your way. And he's like, finally. And he just starts blasting away, and then they steal the ship. It's the episode, man. I just... What do I say more than that? What can I say more than that? Omega, they're turning Omega into more and more and more and more and more a Mary Sue as time goes on. And cucking Crosshair and I don't know about the other guys. We'll have to wait and see for the next couple of episodes. But like, the kid is the key to everything. As long as Omega is with you, you will succeed no matter the odds. And in this episode, they were stacked heavily against Omega and Crosshair. Boring as shit. Boring storytelling. Confusing storytelling. Doesn't really make a lot of sense, a lot of the conversations. And, as you saw throughout my reactions there, I paused it so that I could actually talk about what I was, watching. A little bit ridiculous, to be honest with you. Good job, Dave Filoni. The hack that you are. Disloyal piece of shit. Anyway, that's the review. That's episode 4. Woo! Amazing. Amazing. Amazingly bad. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the episode. What do you think of this episode? What do you think of the season so far? What do you think of Omega and being the key to absolutely everything and basically being the Mary Sue of all Mary Sues? Successful in everything that she does. Never fail. Never fail. When the odds, again, are stacked completely against them. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next week for episode 5. Oh, Jesus Christ. God be with us. Later, guys.